Hi, this is Brian Hurlburt, independent manager with Watkins. There's nothing quite as fun as trying to record your own video. Perhaps that's why Watkins has us do a disclaimer and say that what you hear here and see here are my comments, not to be misconstrued as those of Watkins Incorporated as a whole. And so having said that, the reason for this video is kind of reflecting back. I joined Watkins in September of 2009, actually for the second time. 12 years prior to that, I had been in Watkins, and I just kind of went a little bit to the local market where I lived, and that market closed, and I kind of let my business go. And I thought about coming back. I did that in September 2009. In April 2012, I have to stop and think, I was invited to speak on stage in Las Vegas with the topic in mind of how has Watkins changed my life. And I did that, and that video is available on YouTube. I think if you search Brian Hurlburt Las Vegas Watkins speech, that'll probably come up for you. In any case, it's really come to my mind recently that if I was to give that speech again, or actually if I was invited to speak on the same topic again, I really think that it would be different. Sure, I would highlight the things that we've accomplished over 3.5 years now. The 5 trips that we've qualified for, my time going to conference in Minneapolis, and how that helped me to see that this is a real business opportunity. The accomplishments of our team members, like Michelle Hurlburt and Jerry Oiko and Denise LeBlanc, actually Denise Morton now, and Kathy Colopy and others that are, have decided to join us. And the retention rates that we have, and the product stories that we have, and how great it's been being a part of Watkins. Sure, it would reflect all of that. But you know what? Watkins is a corporation. Watkins is a company. And a lot of times Watkins encounters things that maybe a little beyond its control. Like some of the recent Health Canada certification regulations and changes and labeling laws and all the other stuff that the average consultant doesn't really need to deal with directly, but that affect companies, not only Watkins, but other companies too, and not only home-based companies. It was a couple of years ago when we had a great line of supplements, vitamins, and they were natural. They had natural product numbers. They had DIN numbers, drug identification numbers. And the government come to Watkins and come to other companies and drugstores as well, and said, we're going to have to haul these off the shelf. It's going to take us about 6 months, and we're going to change all these to have natural product numbers because they're natural supplements. Well, it was good they recognized they're natural supplements, but unfortunately they've never got back around to doing it. We've never seen that happen. And things like that are beyond Watkins' control. The nice thing is, I'm recording this the end of March 2013, and the nice thing is that we're expecting our new supplement line to be released, both in Canada and the U.S. in the very near future. The other thing is, what I would speak about today, and I guess that's really the purpose of this video, is how has Watkins changed my life? Because of these little struggles, speed bumps we'll call them, it becomes challenging at times. I encourage anyone to watch documentaries, programs on other shows, or other shows about other companies. Look and see what it takes, what goes on behind the scenes. Never thought I would be a corporate man, and not sure I ever will be, but certainly my understanding has grown, as has my business, thankfully. But you know what? I've also grown. My attitudes have changed. I used to be very much a bear in a china shop. There's a joke locally, especially among our family members and those that know us best, that I have one sister that says she's glad she's a Hurlburt woman because she'll never have to marry a Hurlburt man. And we do. We tend to be very hot-headed by times. Now that's a confession, and I'll say that about myself, but you might find a few other Hurlburt men that measure up to that. The one thing that Watkins has taught me is how to, and with the help of our upline too, we have a wonderful upline, Keith and Karen Hagen, part of our management team, to be more balanced in life, not to worry and sweat about the little things. One of the issues is having products in the stores. Well, I honestly think that's great. We've had people go into the store, later contact Watkins wondering where they could get other products, and they have become customers for our consultants. In some cases, they've actually joined our business as consultants. And so I see that program working. Now, yes, the stores often use our products as loss leaders to help bring people into their store. Did you catch that? They use them as loss leaders to help bring people into their store. That's the type of products we have. That's how powerful they are. Sure, 5% of the product line's in stores. We have the other 95%. I tell my customers, if you can get it at a cheaper price somewhere else, go get it. And then many of my customers look at me and laugh and say, no, we'd rather get it from you. But that's beside the point. The point is, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that on the surface we may not see, we may not recognize or understand. I remember Mark Jacobs saying something to the effect that, when we don't sell a product, neither does Watkins. In other words, when we don't make an income from a product, neither does Watkins. And I often remind myself of that when we encounter things like product shortages or back orders, or, by the way, have you ordered from Sears or another catalog company? It's not to knock them, they're great companies too. But they do have product shortages, back orders, and all the other things to deal with that Watkins has. The thing is, most customers don't realize that. Even probably most store owners don't realize that. And certainly us as consultants, we may not always realize that. So how has Watkins changed my life? I've become more understanding, more tempered, maybe mellowed, but that might have something to do with my age. You do see the little bit of gray coming in there. I've earned every one of those, by the way, and not just with Watkins. But the bottom line is, before coming to Watkins, I was involved in 6 home-based businesses. Couldn't make money at any of them. Love some of the products, still do. But Watkins, and the Watkins reputation, and the way our products are received by customers is awesome. If you'd like to join our team or find out if Watkins is the right fit for you, please call me, toll-free, 877-822-8463. Thanks for taking the time to listen, and know that behind the scenes, Watkins corporate staff and our management team is there working to help support you and bring you the best products and the best business opportunity possible. Thank you.